What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. So we are about to head over to the new house and we're taking the Accord. So I'll just give you guys maybe a couple driving clips here and there. I would like to set up the GoPro, but I just gotta get over there. So pretty soon I'll hope to set up the GoPro and go for some drives. But anyway, I'm gonna take off for our new home and I'll see you guys there. I had to jump start this thing, and I'm gonna have to do it again. I was gonna stop for gas, but I'm second guessing it now. Maybe I'll stop in the morning. Hopefully a nice long drive will charge this thing up. I don't know what the warranty is on that battery, but I may be able to get a replacement. Let's see. Damn. Okay. Alrighty, let's give this thing a nice charge here. Nice little ride. I gotta say, guys, all the cars I have, all the cars I drive a lot of cars every day. And a lot of them are really nice too, you know? I'm talking $90,000 SUVs and pickups and stuff like that, you know, $100,000 Escalades, and don't get me wrong, those are nice. I'd love to have one of those, but as far as like just driving feel and how you feel in a vehicle and how well you feel connected to it, and I don't know if it's just because this is my first car that I modified. I mean, and it's heavily modified, like whole suspension, engine, you know, the seat now, everything has been messed with, all the gauges. I mean, just my driving experience is the best in this car. Like, I drove the Corvette for the past 2 days, and I mean, look at this thing. I'm not even holding the steering wheel. I mean, yeah, she's got a little drift, but like, if I let go of the steering wheel in the Corvette, I'm like off the road in like a second. I know that it's not how it's supposed to be and it needs work, and I'm sure it'll be better, but this thing just drives so nice. I don't know, I love it. You know, usually when you mess with stuff, it's like, it's not reliable, or it doesn't drive well, but I know the ride's stiff in this, but I mean, it's no worse than a pickup truck. I really don't think it's that bad. For what it is, for getting the stiffer springs and everything. I'm trying to avoid this roadkill the past 2 days here. I don't want to hit that nasty thing. Anyway, just wanted to say that. I mean, I've driven, you know, a C8 in the parking lot. I'm sure that thing has a better driving feel than this, but, you know, it's just dollar per, you know, enjoyment. Like, the amount of money I got into this versus how much a C8 is. I mean, you can't compare. I'm not saying this thing's a C8 by any means. I'm just saying the experience of driving it is unlike no other, you know? The sounds, I don't know. I wish more people could drive it. I don't trust anybody to drive it, but, you know, I would definitely let some close friends drive it to see. But it's really fun. And nothing like driving something that you built yourself, you know? It's all that more satisfying, for me anyway. And that's why I can't get rid of anything that I've built, because I get so much joy out of actually driving it and showing it off and stuff like that. That looks like a 454. Probably isn't, but it's pretty nice. Yeah, so a lot to be said about doing your own stuff and doing it right and having a nice, long-lasting, reliable vehicle. You know, we're at 199,647. We are getting there. I want to get this thing to 200. Pretty soon we're going to get there. Probably not this year, but we'll try. Been so busy with the house and everything, you know, it's like, it's just, it's not really feasible to try to work on the cars and work on the house and be in two places at once and work a full-time job and to make the videos, you know? So I'm trying to choose here, and I'm choosing the house more often than not, just because I would like to get ready to move in, and I've put a couple of projects in my way here before moving in, so I'd like to get that all situated, and then we can, you know, get moved in. And then once we're moved in, it'll be easier for me to do some car stuff, because now everything's in 2 places. All my cameras are over here and over there, and I don't bring them home, or I leave them there, and it's a lot of, you know, jumping around, and yeah, it's not easy, but we'll get there. And I appreciate anybody who's still following and sticking with me, because these things take time, and the channel's been around for a while, so I plan to keep it around, but you know, life gets in the way, so that's just how it is. But I'll keep you guys in the loop. Hopefully this suffices. It's all about the noises. I wish I could rip this thing while holding this camera. Just can't do that. But soon enough I'll get the GoPro set up in here. The batteries were dead. I was trying. I tried for you guys. I did. I need a camera person, so I'm gonna have to hire somebody. But also, I don't make enough money to pay them, so that'll be kind of difficult. Anyway, I'll pick up with you guys when I'm on the highway. Wish I had the camera rolling when I was leaving the gas station, but I had a nice little, you know, had a nice little interaction with the Miata guy. Pretty fun. But yeah, we're just bombing down the highway now, behind Priuses and stuff. You know, no big deal. Everybody's flying, going right around me. Well, she made it, guys, here in home base. So I think once I get it cleaned out, it'll be pretty easy to fit 2 cars in here. I don't know what kind of tool action we can fit in here, but I guess we'll have to see. It's not the biggest garage, but we're gonna have to make sure it's not cluttered in here to fit both cars in here. But yeah, she made it. It was fun. Had a fun trip, and I think that it needs a little tuning, as always. But otherwise, yeah, looks good in here. Definitely got room. Luckily both my cars are small and they fit in this garage quite nicely, so that's good. We may be able to put a toolbox in here somewhere, you know, but it is nice to have the no post in the center so we can get in here easily. But I think the Corvette would fit right in here. It would be a tight fit, but we'll make it work. Yeah, psyched to finally have the Accord here. So I'm gonna get to work now. I'm gonna throw this thing on charge in the meantime so I can start it tomorrow to go to work. And pop the trunk. Look, this thing hung on for dear life. Let me just say it. It was hanging on. So that Hulkman's pretty sweet. I love that thing. So see if we can So I went a different direction with this. My dad he's got some experience doing this, and you know, it's been my experience that he is right most times. So we had him help me with the tape job here, and he ended up putting some tape on, and it looks really good. So I'm thankful for that, and in the future he'll be helping me with all kinds of other stuff too. He's got a good handle on home improvement. I've been helping him through the years, but I will take his advice when it comes to things like this. So just going over the ceiling now, and gonna probably make a first coat of spackle or you know, compound, just to fill in any obvious little imperfections. Just go through and wipe the ceiling and hit all the imperfections, and then I'll come back and do a nice sand. So I kind of went around the whole room because the tape on the edge was a little bit beat up in some areas. So redid the whole corner, and I'm just going through and fixing some spots, and then we'll be ready for a prime on this. And then once we hit it with a coat of primer, I should be able to detect some more problem areas, and then based on that, we'll make some more corrective action. And then once we are satisfied there, then we'll do another prime, and then we'll be ready for paint. So it's kind of a long process, but to go from popcorn to flat is not easy. And without re-sheetrocking the whole room, which we could totally do, but it's just a lot of tape joints and stuff. And these are taped really well, honestly. They just have imperfections from scraping and from me dinging it with the corner of the knife and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna go through over all of everything with a fine tooth comb and make sure it's all really nice work and really flat and we don't have any problems, and then we'll be ready. So yeah, that's the process. I'm just gonna keep on working on this, and I'll show you guys what the result is. I'm hoping to prime, hopefully, this weekend it would be nice if we could prime. That'd be really cool. So we'll see if we can get there. So I've got a couple things I want to work on today. This is the room back here that we're doing the ceiling in. So yeah, just plugging away at the ceiling, and these things take time, so I'm just gonna keep working on that. And yeah, just otherwise, I need to fix some drainage issues here. That is my main concern. I wanted to show you guys what I'm working with over here. So this is like the side yard area, and there is a drainage ditch that runs pretty much most of the length of the property. On this side and on the rear of the property, there's a drainage ditch. And what happens is, it doesn't seem to flow as well as it should. You should be able to see there's running water there, and it's kind of slow moving because this ditch is really filled in with sediment over the years, and all the vegetation has just grown into it. And he's just been dumping stuff behind the shed here. Built up a little bit of a berm, and he had some other, you know, just a lot of debris and sticks and roots and things like that blocking the ditch. And what happens eventually is it gets completely blocked. So if you head around here, I think he built this whole area up to keep the water in, just because you know, it was coming out of the trench, because it's not properly dug. It's all caved in. So this whole wall looks like it almost got washed away at one point here. So if you look, the neighbor's dumping grass here almost in the ditch. He kind of bermed his side up too. Not a big deal really. I think we can leave that as a nice little berm. We just got to kind of dig this trench out here, and that's going to be coming up soon. What I did already is I hand dug this area. I made kind of a mess, but this whole area was all covered, and like you couldn't even walk right here because it was so mushy, because this whole area was saturated. But ever since I dug this out, it's been running continuously for the past 3 days, and it's just draining this entire hillside. So I'm pretty impressed with the flow out of this thing. It's pretty insane. Like, this thing's just running like all day, all night. It's flowing. So to get that kind of flow, there's a lot of water trapped up in the hillside, and it's all along this whole ditch. So I'd like to come in here and hog this ditch out really good. And I don't know if the best thing to do is to put some rock in there or just keep it clean. Obviously he's been throwing stuff in the ditch, like there's like sticks and there's apple trees there that end up in the ditch, and they roll all the way down in the rain. All these apples everywhere here. So it's just not been well taken care of. So I need to trench this out more and create like a really good drainage ditch for the storm water to go, because when it rains heavily, the storm water, it seems to load up in this ditch and it saturates this whole side of the yard. So like when I mowed the other day, I was just almost spinning the tires in the mud. And it's not like super muddy now, the ground, but if you get over to the ditch over here, it is kind of muddy. See, I'm walking now and my feet are starting to slide. You can see my tracks where I wrecked all this area of the lawn, and it's really soupy over here. And it hasn't rained since, I don't know, Monday, and it's Saturday, so it holds water and stays wet for a ridiculous length of time. So needs to be fixed. Yeah, it's like soup. So this is the ditch here. Obviously we got a tree coming out of it, but it's barely a trickle, and I just don't think it's as deep as it should be, and the water gets all soaked into this soil here, you know. So I think if it was deeper, the water could run better, and it would lower the water table, because the water is at this level right now, you know. So my land is at about this level too, so it's able to soak into the adjacent land because it spends so much time soaking here. See, they've got rocks built up on their side, and it's all bermed on the other side of this here. So I think either we have to berm this side up, maybe all the dirt that we put will create like a berm here, so that when the water does run, it stays in there. I don't know. Otherwise, I'm not sure what to do with all the dirt. But this trench is almost level with my ground here. So for this to come around the corner here, it's probably running right out into the land here, you know. So gotta consider that. And it also goes in the back here. And he was obviously dumping grass here. This is supposed to be the trench here, and it's all caved in with shrubs and things like that. So definitely got to come back here and hollow this whole area out and just make it a nice ditch like it used to be, and hopefully it'll be better, because this whole area of the yard is all wet, and this is all meant to, you know, run into the ditch, but there's not quite enough slope on it, and there's a bit of a low area right in here. So I think I may try to run some type of yard drain or French drain system through this in order to get the water out of here, just because you know, I'd like to have this not be a swamp back here, because we got the play set here for kids to play eventually, maybe somebody else's kids for now. And you don't want them playing in the mud, so we got to fix that for sure. That's a big project upcoming, and I don't yet know what I'm going to do about the other side, because I think this side has a problem too. It could just be the gazebo, because that gazebo roof sheds all the water into a couple of spots and makes it really mushy around there too. So maybe I should put a gutter on that, I'm thinking, and run that underground. I also have to catch the downspouts, and when it rains we get water in the pool house, but I don't know if it's a symptom of this. So really I want to fix this ditch first, and then reevaluate how the rest of the yard drains with a good drainage ditch there, because I might need something on this side too, because this side seems to get really soggy in this area right over here. So I don't know if that's runoff from this slope here and off the pool deck as well. It probably runs down this hillside and off of the gazebo too. So yeah, I gotta figure out where I would need to put maybe a French drain that wraps around here and goes around this side of the house, because I've got some drainage issues over here as well. Yeah, see, this is kind of mushy right here. This is all a low-lying area, so possible French drain in this area too, and run it alongside the house, along with collecting this gutter here and possibly that gutter over there. I don't know how I would collect that one. They've got this weird little gutter off this back porch section that runs into a collection thing, which fills up with water to water plants or something. I'm not sure on that, how I feel about that. But it would be nice to run that to a storm drain, you know, like everything else, because that other side is run down underground, which I'm probably going to redo to the ditch. And then this side, I have to pipe this, because this water right here this downspout was pointing right here, and it was just sending the water right through the foundation into the garage. So that whole garage is like moldy. It's water been getting in there like for years, and I think it's causing the foundation to sink, sending this water under the house, because I have a little sinkage and settlement in the slab and some of the bricks moving and stuff in the front. So I'm a little nervous about that. I'm having somebody possibly come and look at that, but this is my temporary solution here, at least just get it this way. But I really need to get this gone into the ground here, so I need to chisel all this stuff out, go into the ground, and run this pipe, you know, preferably away from the house. And then that's what I'm thinking. I should probably run it over here and catch a French drain or something that I run through here, and then probably snake it around the side of my garage. I have to find out exactly where the property lines are here. Snake it around the garage there, and with hopefully some fall. I don't know if I need to go into his yard or what. I'll have to talk to him about it, because it could benefit him too. His water, his yard is all soggy as well. But then I'd like to maybe do like a leach field on the other side of the garage, maybe over here. Just try to set up like a little leach field so that we can get, you know, some of that water to come over here, because maybe this area of the yard could be a little muddy. I don't really care. It's not a part of the yard I'm going to use, and there's a lot of trees and shrubs here, and they may suck some of it up. So that might be something that we do. That's kind of part of the plan for me. But otherwise, yeah, I got to get rid of this water, because I think this whole section of the house is doing this and doing this, and there's been bricks that were fixed over here. If you can see, this whole wall looked like it fell in, and they like made fake bricks or something out of like mortar. Not really sure what they were doing, but yeah, there's been some movement going on in this wall, and this is directly in front of there. And these downspouts were not properly set up here. These downspouts also need to go inside, underground. I don't know how I'm gonna get that one to do it. I may just run pipe right on top and then join it up with this one. I'd like these to go underground here. I think he used to have some sort of sump pump here that pumped this out, but that's just not the right way to do that. They need to go all the way through the patio here and come out with a core drill down here and run off the driveway. And that's really how these need to go, these downspouts here. And hopefully they don't create massive amounts of ice, but that's just how it has to be. I gotta get that away from the foundation. So a lot of drainage things at this home that are not correct, and I need to fix that, because drainage problems cause foundation problems. And over here too, this downspout is not good. It also just kind of dumps over here. So it would be nice to get him going down under as well, and hopefully getting over here. I don't know, it's a lot to catch all these. The only one that's actually run underground is this one right here, and somebody ran that downspout underground to send it who knows where, probably over there, probably right here, because this area gets super muddy, and it's probably all clogged and all muddy right here, because this is like a swamp when it shouldn't be that bad. And I think I don't know, it's better than it was the other day, but I think it's just leaching from this downspout here, which is a weird setup in itself, but oh well. So yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot of fixing on that stuff. I know it's a lot of talking and rambling right now, but these are the home projects that I am working on, and I want to turn the pool on. That was my whole point of coming out here, so I'm gonna do that. But there you go, there's my 15-minute ramble. So we got Dad over, he's helping put some coats on the ceiling. We did a little tape joint where we replaced that piece of sheetrock. I don't know when the last time I brought you guys in here was. I know you missed us changing that whole piece instead of just doing the little section, but you know, it was definitely the right move, and now we're reaping the benefits of that, because we're just doing the one single tape joint and the corner joint. And honestly, this corner looks really good. It makes me wish I re-sheetrocked the whole room, because it just looks so nice to have that brand new rock and a brand new taped corner. It's really coming along nicely. So I coated the ceiling the other day and I coated the wall this morning, and it looks good. I haven't even sanded it yet, and honestly, we got a pretty good looking corner. The rest of the room needs some help. I just went around and coated the rest of the ceiling, and we're just gonna wait for this to flash and dry, and we'll come back and sand it, and hopefully that'll be it. Maybe a couple touch-ups here and there, but we're getting pretty close to being ready for primer. After this coat, we'll sand this, and maybe, like we said, a couple touch-ups here and there, but it's almost ready for primer. And yeah, we're just plugging along here, right? Watch a couple passes on the trowel. Look at that. So it's the Frenchman in us. It just comes naturally. It's easy, right? You just spread it on and you take it off, make it nice and flat. It's just like body work, guys. You know, it's just like body work. I mean, granted, it's a lot flatter, but it's not really about making it flat. Like with a car, you're looking for true flat. With a ceiling, you're really looking to like cover the humps, because you got to put tape on the ceiling, and then the tape sticks out. So you're looking to fan it out enough to where you don't see it. So it's kind of like body work, but also kind of not, because you're making humps in the wall, but appearing flat, because you paint it flat. And when you have a flat paint job, it hides most of these bumps. If you paint gloss, you're gonna see those bumps and stuff. But otherwise, it's gonna look great, guys. It's a ceiling. It's not like something anybody's ever gonna be looking up at, but as long as it's relatively flat and doesn't have a lot of freaking holes and imperfections, I'll be a happy camper. So we're just gonna keep on moving. I'll let you guys know when we're at the next phase. So I spent some time outside today bending the drip edge in the gutters, and it actually worked, so I'm pretty happy about that. These gutters were leaking in between the fascia board and the gutter, and all the water was just dripping down. You can see all the patio out there, all the brick is all smashed up. Well, I guess you can't see when I do that. But all the brick is all broken up because that water's been leaking on there and then freezing and popping all the bricks off the concrete. So all the bricks are all just, destroyed. On the other side over here, I'll show you guys next time I'm here, but it's pouring out there right now. But I can tell that my repair, it worked well, and you can see this gazebo. See the water just rolling off of there. So that's why I think I want to work on maybe putting a gutter or some sort of catch thing on there and redirecting that water so it doesn't make everything soggy. And yeah, like I said, we got to dig out the ditch, and we'll just see how all that stuff goes. But that's kind of my biggest issue with this house, I think, is the drainage. I need to get that situated. This year would be nice, if not in the spring. We'll see how the thaw does. Because if we have a big thaw and it rains a lot, then there's definitely going to be some flooding on this property. So we'll have to make sure that ditch is dug out at least, and then we should be good to go and fix the gutters. So this one's fixed. So I know this one was dripping big time last time, and I can see it dripping right in the gutter now if you go outside. So that's awesome. So little by little, we'll get all these problems straightened out. The house is, you kind of have to work on everything. You can't it's not like a car where you can take the whole thing apart and spend infinite time on it. These are all pressing issues. So just, getting to work. Got to get rid of this water that's pooling over here, and just get better drainage here. That's, like I said, my main concern. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. But yeah, I'm gonna head out of here. I'm gonna go show you guys the last little clip here of me just checking out the bedroom. Put my shoes on, and it's looking good. It's looking really good. So here is the last coat, possibly one more coat if need be, but it's looking really nice and fanned out at this point, and it's nice and wide going into the other joint. We have another coat to do on the wall for sure, and I just did a second or third coat on the actual ceiling all the way around the corner, and that's looking nice, really flat, and everything's starting to come together. Just working it wider and flatter. So tomorrow I'll come in and I'll do all kinds of sanding here, and we'll see what we're working with. We're gonna have to coat the wall again in the morning, but yeah, it's really coming along. It looks really good, guys. So yeah, we're almost there, almost ready to prime. I can't wait to be at the priming stage. It's gonna be great. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this home update video. And so you can see the gutters dripping right here. They're leaking. See all the drips? To this side, I still gotta fix the drip edge. It's all flat against the fascia board. So we'll do that next time. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Maybe some more Accord stuff, hopefully. Peace.